Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the everyday habits you've cherished for decades might be quietly accelerating the aging process, robbing you of the vitality and independence you so dearly treasure. In this narrative, we explore 6 surprising habits that, if left unchecked after the age of 70, can sap your energy and well-being. Every word here is meant to guide you, inform you, and help you reclaim a life filled with purpose, strength, and connection. For many years, you may have believed that slowing down was the key to safety, that resting more and reducing physical activity was the natural progression of life after 70. Yet, as the body evolves with age, so too must our actions and mindset. In days gone by, avoiding strenuous exercise might have shielded you from immediate injury. However, this habit now has an unexpected consequence. It accelerates muscle loss and diminishes your overall strength. The silent enemy, sarcopenia, starts its stealthy work as soon as you cross this age threshold, turning everyday tasks into monumental challenges. What once was a simple act like rising from a chair becomes a battle against time, with each missed opportunity to engage your muscles subtly eroding the independence that has defined you. It begins with small decisions, a reluctance to push yourself a little harder during your morning walk, an avoidance of even minimal resistance exercises like lifting a small weight or practicing balance. You might recall George, who at 82 had resigned himself to a life of cautious movements after a minor fall left him wary of even the simplest physical exertions. His world had shrunk to the confines of familiar routines and cautious steps until he discovered the transformative power of strength-based movement. With guidance from a physical therapist, George began a modest routine. 5 minutes of simple exercises such as standing from a chair without using his hands, lifting small objects, and practicing balance near the kitchen counter. Over just 2 months, his legs grew steadier, his confidence blossomed, and he rediscovered the inherent dignity in moving his body with purpose. This is not about becoming a gym enthusiast overnight. It is about honoring your body by keeping it active and engaged, ensuring that each movement is a celebration of the life and vitality you have worked so hard to build. Alongside physical movement, another habit that demands attention is the way you nourish your body. For many, the dietary patterns that sustain them through their 40s or 50s continue unchallenged into their 70s and beyond. The meals, the portion sizes, and even the timing of food intake that once perfectly met your needs are now misaligned with a body that has undergone significant changes. Your metabolism, which once burned through calories with ease, now operates at a slower pace. The digestion that once swiftly processed your food now requires gentler handling. Your nutritional needs have shifted dramatically, yet many cling to the comfort of familiar eating habits. Take Helen's story, for instance. At 75, she continued to enjoy the hearty, 3-meal routine of her younger years until she noticed a troubling change. Post-meal bloating, afternoon energy slumps, and clothes that no longer fit as they once did. Her doctor never admonished her for her lifestyle. Instead, he gently suggested a different approach, a method of eating that honored her body's current needs. By adopting smaller portions, incorporating more vegetables, and paying close attention to the signals of satiety, Helen discovered not only a lighter frame, but also a clearer mind, improved sleep, and an unexpectedly uplifted mood. This transformation is not a call for deprivation, but an invitation to redefine your relationship with food. It is about giving your body exactly what it needs now, not what it demanded decades ago. Yet, as the body and mind require nourishment, another equally vital component of a healthy life is social connection. In the golden years, it is alarmingly easy to slip into isolation, to retreat into the comfort of solitude without truly realizing the consequences. The simple act of staying home instead of venturing out can seem appealing and even safe. However, human beings are inherently social creatures. Loneliness and isolation, though seemingly benign, can have profound impacts on both mental and physical health. Consider the experience of Sylvia, who, after the loss of her husband, slowly allowed her social circle to shrink. The quiet that once provided solace gradually turned into a heavy shroud of isolation, where days blended into one another and memories grew dim. It was not until her daughter encouraged her to join a weekly yoga class, an experience that was as much about camaraderie as it was about exercise, that Sylvia rediscovered the vibrant tapestry of human interaction. The laughter shared before class, the conversations during breaks, and the simple acknowledgement of being seen by others recharged her spirit in ways she had forgotten were possible. Social interactions are more than mere exchanges. They are the emotional vitamins that keep the mind agile and the heart resilient. In every conversation, every shared smile, there is a reminder that you are not alone, that your presence continues to light up the lives of those around you. The journey toward reclaiming your vitality also demands that you pay close attention to the subtle whispers of your body. With age, small health symptoms that might once have been brushed aside now carry significant implications. It is tempting to dismiss a bit of dizziness, a fleeting twinge in the chest, or an unusual bout of fatigue as mere signs of aging. However, ignoring these small signals can lead to a cascade of complications. Walter's story stands as a stark reminder. At 78, he prided himself on his resilience, dismissing minor ailments as an inevitable part of growing older. When his vision began to blur and a persistent tingling crept into his feet, he was too quick to rationalize these symptoms away as harmless effects of age. It was only when his daughter insisted that he seek medical advice that he discovered the early onset of diabetes. The timely intervention allowed him to manage the condition effectively with simple adjustments to his diet and exercise. Walter's experience teaches us that being attentive to our body's subtle cues is not an admission of frailty. It is an act of responsibility and self-care. By recognizing and addressing these small changes early, you not only preserve your health, but also maintain the independence that you have worked so diligently to secure. Closely related to the need to monitor one's physical health is the challenge of adapting to the inevitable shifts in cognitive function. Many older adults have relied on their memory for years to manage appointments, remember medication schedules, and recall important events. This trust in memory, however, can become a precarious reliance as time marches on. Bill's journey is illustrative of this subtle, yet significant, change. For much of his life, Bill prided himself on having a sharp and reliable memory. He managed his day-to-day tasks with an almost automatic ease, trusting his internal recollection to guide him through a busy schedule. But as he reached his 70s, Bill began to notice small, yet consequential lapses, missed appointments, forgotten doses of critical medications, and the constant need to mentally rehash his daily to-do list. The realization struck him hard. Relying solely on memory was no longer enough. With some initial embarrassment, he decided to adopt a new strategy, writing things down. Armed with a simple notebook and aided by timely phone reminders, Bill began to offload the burden from his memory. This small change not only enhanced his ability to keep track of important tasks, but also reduced the anxiety and stress associated with uncertainty. Embracing tools like calendars, pill organizers, and even digital reminders is not an admission of cognitive decline, but a proactive measure to ensure that every day is met with clarity and assurance. Finally, the narrative of transformation would be incomplete without addressing the ever-growing realm of technology, a domain that many over 70 have found intimidating, yet one that holds the promise of remarkable benefits. It is not uncommon for some to resist engaging with modern devices and digital tools, convinced that technology is a world best left untouched. But in today's interconnected landscape, technology is not merely a luxury. It is a lifeline. Imagine having the ability to effortlessly check your health records online, communicate with loved ones across vast distances, or receive timely alerts that help you manage your medications and appointments. For many, such as Louise, the initial foray into digital life was fraught with doubts and hesitations. At 79, she had always relied on familiar, traditional methods, calling her daughter for appointment details, relying on paper calendars, and trusting that someone else would handle the complexities of modern communication. Yet, as time went on, the limitations of this approach became increasingly apparent. Louise's grandson took the initiative to guide her through the basics of using a smartphone, setting up calendar apps, and even exploring online platforms to manage her prescriptions. Despite early missteps and moments of frustration, Louise soon discovered a renewed sense of independence. With each text message sent, each appointment checked off on her digital calendar, she reclaimed a part of herself that had been overshadowed by fear and uncertainty. Embracing technology is not about mastering every gadget or social media platform. It is about harnessing simple, accessible tools to enhance your quality of life, to remain connected, and to open doors that lead to greater autonomy and security. As you reflect on these 6 habits, avoiding strength-based movement, clinging to outdated eating patterns, withdrawing from social connections, ignoring small health symptoms, relying solely on memory, and resisting technology. You begin to see how each one, though seemingly minor on its own, collectively chips away at the very essence of your independence and vitality. The choices you make today, however small they may seem, are declarations of self-respect and powerful statements of intent. They affirm that even in a season of life that many deem challenging, there is still room for growth, change, and renewed strength. Consider the quiet power of a single decision, choosing to stand up without assistance, savoring a meal that truly nourishes your body, reaching out to a friend even when solitude feels comfortable, listening to the soft signals of your health, jotting down a reminder, or even daring to explore a new piece of technology. Each choice is a reaffirmation that your life is worth every effort to maintain and enhance. In the tapestry of life, every thread counts. The moments of courage, of self-care, and of small victories weave together a story of resilience. A narrative that declares aging is not about shrinking back, but about rising up with the wisdom and strength that time has so generously provided. In this journey, it is crucial to recognize that change does not require a complete overhaul of your life. It is about acknowledging the need for adjustments and embracing the possibility that a few small steps taken today can lead to profound improvements tomorrow. The path to a more energetic, capable, and joyful life after 70 is paved with intention. It is about letting go of the habits that once seemed so natural and adopting practices that honor your current self. It is a journey marked by both introspection and action, a delicate balance of listening to your body, challenging your assumptions, and being open to new ways of living. There is beauty in the willingness to evolve, in the courage to redefine what it means to live fully at every stage of life. It is a testament to the fact that every day is an opportunity to rediscover who you are, to re-engage with the world, and to set forth on a path of continuous improvement. Whether it is through the deliberate effort of physical exercise, the thoughtful reimagining of your diet, the nurturing of relationships, the attentive monitoring of your health, the practical support of written reminders, or the gradual integration of digital tools, each action is a step toward reclaiming the independence that is so intrinsic to your sense of self. As you walk this path, remember that you are not alone. The stories of George, Helen, Sylvia, Walter, Bill, and Louise are not isolated incidents. They are echoes of a broader truth that resonates with many who have traversed the landscapes of aging. Their journeys serve as gentle reminders that while the challenges of later life are real, so too are the opportunities for renewal, growth, and connection. The lessons they offer are timeless, each one a beacon of hope and a call to action. They remind us that aging is not synonymous with surrendering to limitations, but rather, it is an invitation to harness the power of experience, to adapt gracefully, and to live with purpose. In closing, consider the transformative potential of a single decision, a decision to move more, to eat more mindfully, to reach out more often, to heed the subtle signals of your body, to support your memory with practical tools, and to embrace technology as a means of empowerment. These choices, though small in isolation, combine to form a powerful framework for a healthier, more vibrant life. They are the building blocks of a future where aging is not feared but celebrated as a period of continued strength, wisdom, and resilience. Let this narrative be a call to action, a reminder that every moment offers the possibility to change, to grow, and to shine. The habits we hold dear are not set in stone. They are malleable, capable of being reshaped into practices that serve us well in this new chapter of life. Embrace the journey, honor your experience, and know that by making these small, intentional changes, you are investing in a life that is not defined by limitations, but by the enduring spirit of possibility. This is your invitation to step into a future where each day is met with renewed strength, clear purpose, and the unwavering knowledge that you still matter. Your story is far from over. It is simply evolving into a narrative of empowerment, resilience, and hope. And with every mindful decision, you are writing a new chapter that is as vibrant and dynamic as the life you have always known to be possible. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to like and share. It means a lot to us. If you know someone who may enjoy this video, please pass it along and share with them. Wishing you a long, happy, healthy life. We will see you in the next video.